Dana White entered a $10 million Baccarat tournament. He lost. However, he's giving away a $1,000 bill along with 1.5 ounces of gold.
Look at this. $1,000 bill. All right, I'm here at the Mansions at the MGM. I'm playing in this $10 million Baccarat tournament they have today. This is the rooms here. This is the pool. How big this freaking room is. There's a gym down there. This is one of the bedrooms. Over here, they got like a game room in here, pool table, and this is another bedroom here. Look how big the bathrooms are too. You basically have the whole floor, and an elevator comes right up into this room. This is the elevator that brings you up. Dining room, movie room, and then I think this is the last bedroom. The bedroom for the kids. Here we go, let's win this thing. What's up, everybody? So I played in the Baccarat tournament at the MGM Mansions. I lost, I'm out. I'm a loser, but you're not. So this is what they gave us in the invitations. That's a $1,000 bill from like 1934. And this is an ounce and a half of gold. So two of you will have the opportunity to win this. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it yet, but stay tuned.
At UFC Vegas 105 last night, Lerone Murphy defeated Josh Emmett via unanimous decision, keeping his undefeated record intact at 16-0. After the fight, Murphy said that he believes that if he had secured a finish, he'd be next in line to face the winner of Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez for the featherweight title.
Yeah, exactly how I anticipated it. I knew he was going to come out heavy hands and try and knock me out, obviously, but we stuck to the game plan and just picked him off at range. To be honest, I thought I was going to push a bit more in the 4th and 5th, but Josh was there, man. He was tough. He took my best shots. I knocked him down in the 4th or 5th round, and I wanted to get the finish, but yeah, they're going to come. They're going to come. Nah, not really. I knew he was going to wrestle as well. My wrestling defense was good. Got up when he needs to. Do submission attempts there as well, and yeah, I thought a good fight. The biggest statement would have been a finish, obviously. It's still a masterclass, but I wanted to get the finish. If I would have got the finish, I would have definitely been calling for a title shot. Maybe let's have one more fight. Oh, it's a great matchup. Both are great fighters, top quality fighters and best fighters in the division right now. So I'm looking forward to that fight and may the best man win.
Kamaru Usman compares Belal Muhammad's trash talk to Colby Covington's. Usman says it's not very Muslim-esque.
But I mean, it's
is that too low? Is Belal Muhammad going a little too low, bro, on that? Especially, he's not, listen, I don't think guy, Muslim.
I don't think that's
is that too much, Kamaru Dean?
I don't think that's what that's very Muslim-esque. I don't think that we don't care about that, So it is what it is, like you said before, this is a guy that really is, for as much as you say you don't like Covington for what Covington did to get to the top of the division and how he talks to people, you're not far from it right now. And I think a lot of fans see that and a lot of fans understand that as well.
Tom Aspinall describes UFC heavyweights in one word.
Taito Massa.
Swinger.
Derek Lewis.
Powerful.
Marcin Tybura.
Experienced.
Spivak.
It's a few words, but hit and miss.
Almeida.
Grappler.
Blades.
Problem for most of the guys.
Pavlovich.
Dangerous.
Volkov.
Tall.
Cyril Gang.
Movement.
Tom Aspinall.
Mystery.
John Jones.
Legend. Gotta be nice on that one. Say legend.
Aljamain Sterling says an encounter he had with Jon Jones at a bar changed his mindset on fighting. Jon offered Aljo a drink, however Aljo declined it because he had a fight booked in 5 weeks.
You remember, I told the story about the Jon Jones meetup at the bar. Remember, I went to school with him my freshman year, his sophomore year, before he became a UFC fighter, and before that was even a thought. And, we partied a lot, blah, blah, blah. He drops out, I transfer. I see all his videos and pictures of him doing cool shit in the cage, grappling matches, fighting, knocking people out, submitting them, and I'm like, yo, bro, I want to try this. I meet him, I'm thinking I got to live the life of a monk, I got to be super disciplined. I'm thinking this is what Jon Jones is doing, this is why he's killing these guys, because he's here when it comes to the mental and the sacrifice and everything, the dedication. And then I see him at the bar, maybe 2 or 3 fights into the UFC. He's probably got a fight like the week later, and he's getting smashed, drinking, having a good time, and he's offering me a drink. And I'm like, nah, I got to fight in 5 weeks. Wait, you're fighting like tomorrow, bro. Like, I'm confused. What the hell is happening right now? And this changed my mindset. And I gave up all the things that I enjoyed in life that made training more enjoyable. But I was like, the sacrifice. But then I realized it came down to the mental. Like, if you believe that one drink or those 2 nights out on 2.5 weeks apart is going to tear down an entire training camp, then maybe you just didn't prepare enough. So I think for some people, the mental side, the mental aspect of it, being in the right state of mind is the most important. So I can never knock that.
Patricio Pitbull is set to make his UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez at UFC 314. Pitbull believes a win over Yair will put him in position for a featherweight title shot.
It's a great time to me. Like, I'm all this year waiting for this moment, and I feel very happy for that. I pray to God and say thanks, because he's a top 5 contender, and it's put me in a great place in that division. The most complete and violent featherweight on the planet.
It's all good. He's a very respectful guy. He's a very laid-back guy. You know, we're only going to show violence when we get in the octagon.
It's good. It's a good moment to I put my feet on there, take that belt. It depends on my performance. I really don't know, but fight against him, like Dana said, put me in a great place in this division. He's a top 5, and he will be a great victor to me, and I believe that it will be good for, maybe can fight for the title.
Yair Rodriguez is very confident he will defeat Patricio Pitbull. Despite coming off back-to-back losses to both Alexander Volkanovski and Brian Ortega, Yair says after taking some time off, he feels refreshed.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for him as well as for me. It's a huge fight. Welcoming the 2 times champion of Bellator, I think it's a huge deal. I'm just feel like I'm really well prepared for this fight. No match. I know the intensity of the fighter. I know he has like a heat on his blood, and he's proud. So there's no match that I can expect, but I already know, that he's a great fighter, and I can't wait to face him. It's been great, also like to have a good time to reset, and I feel like renew. So I'm just waiting to see my performance on the day of the fight. You just kind of stay away a little bit. After 2 losses, sometimes you do the mistake of trying to rush it, get back in there as soon as possible. And this time I wanted to take some time off. And after I came back, I've been months training, because I thought I was going to be fighting in Mexico City. So I've been training since last year from October. So I'm in shape since then. So I think it's going to be a great performance. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I was trying to go on fighting in Mexico. I love fighting in Mexico, but since the UFC offered me this fight, they wanted me to welcome Patricio Pitbull to the UFC. I think this is a great opportunity as well. I don't think there is any point to prove to anybody, not to me. I already know what I'm capable of doing. People already knows what I'm capable of doing, the UFC as well. And I just think this is a fight for the fans. I think he's a legend. I think the guy is a legend. He's been able to hold 2 championships at the same time. And this is a great opportunity for him. I just think he's the wrong opponent for him. Well, as we know, Belal is an awesome, not only human being, but an amazing training partner and fighter as well. And, I'm surrounded about a great group of people, all with championship mentality. And, the results have been shown on the past years. So I just feel surrounded by not only training partners, but for me, they're like family as well. Well, I think a win on top of Pitbull will put me right into the title conversation. But I don't want to step too ahead. First thing first is which is fighting Pitbull, getting a super good win over him, and then we'll move forward.
Robert Whittaker gives his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett. Rob pointed out that Paddy has never faced somebody as explosive and experienced as Chandler, but he still thinks there's a chance that Paddy could pull off the win. Go check out the latest episode of the MMRcade podcast. Links in the description.
I definitely think Paddy can win. I think he has a shot. He has a path to victory.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just kind of piecing him up, wearing him out, dragging him into his space and just creating that scenario. But I don't know if Paddy's ever come across a guy that is as explosive and as athletic as Michael Chandler. Like, you know what keeps flashing back to me is Michael Chandler versus Hooker. But the explosiveness to close that gap, and to be fair, when Michael Chandler explodes out like that, he creates problems for everyone.
Sure.
He created problems, even though he lost those last 2 fights, he created problems for Poirier in that first round. Big problems. He created problems for Charles in that last round.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, he maybe pulled the trigger a bit too late, right? But,
yeah.
Like 20 minutes too late. But it's there. This is a 3-round fight. 3-round fight against Paddy, who I don't think has ever come across a guy as explosive and as experienced as Michael Chandler. Like, when I say experienced, I mean he's experienced high-level fights. Like, Michael Chandler's coming off fights with Charles Oliveira. Paddy's coming off a fight with King Green. Okay, there is a discrepancy there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, and there's a certain discrepancy with your mental prowess going into it. This is the feeling Michael Chandler has given me the last few years. He is so promising. He is so dangerous and strong, and he really looks like he's about to put the guy he's fighting away. But then something happens, and he just gasses. He gets tired, and he gets either submitted or he gets finished, or you know what I mean. But I really like Paddy. Ever since he had that falling from grace, and he just came back hungry, came back switched on. And I've been his biggest spokesman since then.
Yeah,
and I don't want to go against him because of that. I'm not going for anyone. I've given my statements. I reckon Chandler's going to come out really hot and heavy. He's going to come out hard and fast like he always does. He'll slowly fade. I expect Paddy to start beating him with volume. If Chandler goes for a lazy takedown, Paddy's submission game is super underrated. That's how I feel about the fight.
Last night during UFC Vegas 105, the UFC may have leaked that Ilia Topuria will be fighting Charles Oliveira. This message was displayed on screen during the UFC Aspinall broadcast. It translates to Ilia Topuria moves up in weight class and faces Charles Oliveira. The UFC reportedly stated that this was a mistake. However, many fans remain skeptical. Belal Muhammad is set to defend his welterweight title against Jack Della Maddalena next month, and reports say that Islam Makhachev is waiting to see how that fight plays out and will be moving up to welterweight if JDM wins. All of this has fans thinking the Topuria versus Oliveira fight might actually be happening after all. Reading off some reactions on X, you've got to genuinely wonder how they make these mistakes. Was meant to be posted next weekend. Once the belt is officially vacant, they'll announce this fight. Bullshit. They do this to gauge the public interest. Come on, man. You know this to be true. And that's a very big and bold mistake that would be hard to just accidentally release.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's in reference to Henry Cejudo apprehending a hit-and-run driver. It's from Nick Zakowski. It says Cejudo chases down a hit-and-run driver. Isn't that what Aspinall is trying to do? The second one's from Superbad007. It's in reference to John Jones saying that he doesn't like Tom Aspinall and finds him annoying. It says, man, if there was only a way for John to shut Tom up, like a fight. And the final one's from Joshua. It says, what the f, John? You have to fight him because he's the interim champ. That's why. If you don't want to fight him, fine. Then vacate the belt. What champion has ever just refused to fight the most deserving guy in the division? Ironic that him worrying about his legacy is exactly what's damaging his legacy.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.